host, Christian Bucer. Right now, we're here with Buzz, right?
Hey, you're here with Buzz Andrezeski, or for short, Buzz.
So, I've been hearing there's these rumors that someone said that Sue Weber gives blowjobs downtown in downtown in the peninsula or something.
All right, well, I'm not going to use that word. I'm going to use illicit sex, all right? Because that's out of respect to the county controller. You know what? You filmed me another time, and I talked about being in over his head. And you said, who's in over his head? And I said, the county executive, Mark DeVecchio. Sue Weber did the taxpayers of Erie County a service when she reported that Mark DeVecchio had the county come and plow the snow out of his driveway, that the county employees would go to his sister's house to fix the toilet. And she did this just to show and keep people straight that you shouldn't be corrupt. In fact, right now, there's a RICO, a racketeering act being filed against Mark DeVecchio. And in this RICO claim, they're saying that he sold jobs. It is in federal court. Well, let me get back to this. Right after Sue Weber made the claim and had the proof of Mark DeVecchio getting his snow plowed, I guess, I was going to use as a campaign slogan, want your snow plowed, call Mark, want good government, vote for Buzz, but I'll back off on that for now. Here it is. Sue Weber said Mark DeVecchio was doing something he shouldn't. He was using the county for his own advantage, his family's advantage. The response was what you said. Mark DeVecchio, in meetings with other people, said Sue Weber, after the peninsula is closed, would have illicit sex with men other than her husband. Now, do you really think somebody in public office should be making statements against somebody like that? I think anybody who's a woman in Erie County should take note that Mark shouldn't be in office. Would you like them saying that about you? Would you like, if you go to county council or if you go to one of his meetings, he's having these meetings, meet the public, using the campaign, using the taxpayers' money to campaign. Now, if a woman goes to one of these meetings and criticizes him, is he going to say the same thing about her? That's about as low, as ignorant, as backwards, as medieval as a person's mentality should be. I don't even think he belongs in government for doing that. I really don't. The RICO Act, that racketeering and corrupt action being taken against him in federal court, doesn't equal the lack of moral fortitude that he has. So, if you were, I just get enraged by it. If it was your wife somebody was saying that about, what would you do? Or if you went somewhere and said something about Mark DeVecchio and he started saying you're having illicit sex, what would you do? I'd suggest people vote him out. They don't even have to vote for me. They can vote for somebody else. But is that a government response? Does he really think that's good government to go after somebody like that because he was using county employees to his own benefit? And I guess I'll talk about it. I'll say it. I don't know. I just hope people hear it. People see through him. There's no jobs in Erie County. He didn't retain any jobs. The only jobs he's trying to retain is his own job and his couple of cronies he has in there as his incompetent assistants. And anybody, why would I say they're incompetent? Anybody that worked for a public official that high would never, ever let that person say such lies, untruths, and filth about another public official. You know, you have to have a certain level of morality, a certain level of ethics. And, you know, if you're a whistleblower, a small community like Erie, does that mean anybody who says something against them is now having illicit sex on the peninsula? He should be ashamed of himself and he should be out of office. If you don't want to vote for me, if you think this is a political commercial, fine. You don't want to vote for me, go vote for the other guy. I know Barry Grossman. He's articulate. He ran for mayor the last time in Erie. He almost beat Joe Sennett, the current mayor. But I'm not. This isn't an endorsement or a commercial for Grossman. But you have two candidates who have some moral perspective. You have two candidates who obviously respect women, and you have one candidate who does not. And that one candidate is Mark DeVecchio. And, you know, I'm on Spotlight TV. And, you know, maybe big TV, network TV, should be asking him, is that his response to every woman who criticizes him? Maybe the networks should be out there saying that. Do I sound emotional? Yeah, you're right, because that's not what government's about. That's not what trying to do the best you can is all about. And then that's probably it's probably the worst thing I've seen somebody do in politics, and I've been around a long time. And maybe that's one of the reasons I'd like to come out of the past and try and bring new people, some new programs, and say, let's give other people a chance to show what they have. And I guess, you know, the story goes on. I mean, I can go on and on with the story about that. That is, you know, the one TV station called, who was it? City or County Councilman Fiore Leone asked him about it because Sue went right to Mark and said, why did you say this? And he says, oh, I apologize. He says, Fiore Leone told me. Well, Fiore Leone, I heard on the news, I think it was Channel 24, I think his response was, I didn't mean that about Sue, I meant it about her daughter. And that is called slander per se. That is called lawsuit against the county. That is called about the dumbest thing you could try and do to degrade a family that's been in business in this community, that has roots in this community, that has public officials who stood up for people in Mill Creek and in Erie County. That's not right. You don't do that. Would you like somebody doing that to your family? Do you think somebody like that should be in office? Do you have any idea what it's going to cost the county in legal fees to defend these actions? Slander per se. I know I get worked up about it, but why not? Shouldn't everybody be worked up about it? I'm here talking about it. And I hope it's, you know, I hope being on Spotlight TV, I hope it just notches up a few steps and goes from Spotlight to the real Spotlight that Spotlight put on. Now, maybe I'm saying Spotlight too many times. That's what I'd like to see.
Alright, this has been Christian Bucer signing off. Oh, wait, hold on for a second. It say he's watching right now, right? He's watching this video. What do you have to say to him?
You're in over your head and you're immoral. Period.
Alright, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for having me on. Peace out. I appreciate it. Hey, that's from the 60s.